This video is for Lesson 5 of Preparing for College, and it will talk about FAFSA, residency or RDS, and some other topics. So first we'll jump into free federal financial aid. So we'll go to the Apply tab on CFNC and we'll click on Financial Aid. Under Financial Aid, you'll see that there's actually a FAFSA tab, so I'm going to click that. There is a short but informative video under this tab that I would like for you to see.
Welcome to 7 Easy Steps to the FAFSA, a student's guide to the free application for federal student aid. Let's go over the key points concerning the upcoming FAFSA. First, the FAFSA can be found at FAFSA.gov. Second, the FAFSA is free. You should never have to pay a fee for filling out or completing the FAFSA. Third, every college and university has their own FAFSA priority deadline. Please check the FAFSA homepage to find your state's published deadline or contact your school's financial aid office to check the deadline they apply. Fourth, FAFSA is now based on prior year tax information. Here is a quick explanation. If you are attending the 2018-2019 academic school year, use tax information from 2016. Fifth, before starting the FAFSA, make sure you have these in hand: FSA IDs for you and your parents, Social Security numbers for you and your parents, federal income statements and W-2s, current bank and brokerage statements if applicable. Let's get started. Head to FAFSA.gov. If you have never completed a FAFSA before, click on Start Here. If you have, choose Log In. Once you log in, you will create an FSA ID if you have not previously done so. An FSA ID is an electronic signature meant to verify your identity. To make an FSA ID, complete the following steps. Select the blue link that says Create an FSA ID. You will be redirected to fsaid.ed.gov. Follow the instructions to create your new FSA ID. Remember, you and your parent cannot have the same FSA ID. Your FSA ID must not be shared with other people. You and your parents' FSA ID will be used to sign and submit the FAFSA.
So now that we've viewed that short video, I'd like to show you what the FAFSA homepage looks like. As you can see, it looks just like it did in the video, and there are tools here at the top to help you navigate this particular site. Here is a tab to start a new FAFSA, and here is a tab to log in for an existing FAFSA. You will need income tax information when you fill out the FAFSA for parents and for students if applicable. You will need driver's license numbers, addresses. You will need to know some colleges that you're interested in attending so you can list them on your FAFSA. And so it's good to have all this information together. And as well, as you heard in the video, you will need to apply for a FAFSA ID. If you look here at the top of the page, there is a tab that you can use to look into that further. So those are some of the things that you need to consider when applying for federal student aid. Now we will look at CFNC again. This time we'll look at the residency tab. So this is also known as RDS. And you would just go to this page from CFNC. You would click complete residency determination and just follow the prompts and answer the questions. You will need some personal information from your parents. You'll need driver's license information, car registration information. These kind of things prove that you are a resident of North Carolina. So make sure that you're prepared If you do start and don't complete it, the application will be saved and you can come back to it at another time through your CFNC login. So there again, that CFNC login is extremely important. The FAFSA and the RDS now need to be completed in the fall of your senior year. The FAFSA starts in October, so it's good to do FAFSA and RDS at the same time when you're looking at doing those particular things. Now we will look at places that you can find scholarships on CFNC. If you go to pay and you go to grants and scholarships, there again is information about the FAFSA. And then there is a place for scholarships here. It says for a list of North Carolina scholarships, click here. So if you do that, then the list will come up, and what you will need to do is you'll need to look at deadlines, you'll need to look at qualifications, and if you find one that you feel like that you qualify for, that you meet all the requirements for, and the deadline is not passed, then you would click on the name of that particular scholarship, and it will take you to the page where you can actually apply for the scholarship. So sometimes you have to look around on the page a little bit. And as you can see, for this particular scholarship, Mary Lewis, which fellowship, you have an Apply Here tab. So you would click that and follow the process. Most of the time, scholarships require letters of reference. They can require grades and transcripts. They can require written essays or statements. So be prepared to invest some time in doing a scholarship application because they can be lengthy. So another place that you could look for scholarships is also on your school webpage. So we will pull up a high school web page, and I'm just going to do West Caldwell High School. Most of the web pages work about the same as far as looking at scholarships. Normally they're going to be under the student tab. So as soon as this page loads, we have the student tab, and normally it'll be under your counseling services on your student tab. So we are going to look a little bit here because this helps you to experience what it's like to look for things on a website. And sometimes you don't see them. So we'll go back. We'll do counseling services again. And we made a mistake the first time. See, it's good to explore and to see those mistakes. Over here on the left, there is a scholarship tab. There's also an SAT, ACT tab, which would be helpful information as well. And we are going to click on scholarships. So this particular school lists scholarships and due dates, deadlines for those particular scholarships. So that's another way that you can find scholarships on the web, is by going to your school web page and looking for listed scholarships as well. So let's go back to CFNC and we'll talk a little bit about apply to college. So there is an application hub here. And you can start an application. As you can see, I was working on an application for Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute. You can also request a transcript from this particular part of CFNC. So when you click Start an Application like I just did, you will need to choose a college. So let's just say we're going to look at Campbell University. So we start to type that in, and as you can see, it pops up, and we need to select. An undergraduate application would be an application you would do if you are a graduating high school student or a senior in high school. That's the one you would choose, and then you can just click the apply button and follow the application through from there. So those are some tools that you can access through CFNC. Remember, the Apply tab will give you financial aid and RDS. It will also give you applications under the To College. And then under the Pay tab, remember, you can look at, if I can get it to stay, grants and scholarships here as well. And there are some other things under the Pay tab, but I particularly wanted to highlight the grants and scholarships for today. So this has been our video lesson for Lesson 5 of Preparing for College. I hope you have certainly learned some things through this video. Remember, CFNC is a great resource. You can do many things from CFNC. And remember also that this particular lesson has a link for federal financial aid application website as well.